We got Ben Nguyen back here on the program. He's going to be fighting Wilson Reis at UFC Fight Night 142 in Adelaide this Saturday. Ben, what's going on, man? How are you?
Yeah, man, feeling good, feeling pumped. Body's feeling great. Headspace is awesome, man, and I'm ready to
Yeah, I
put on
bet, man. And
this weekend.
I gotta thank you for doing this during fight week. I know it's annoying when you're cutting weight and all that. And speaking of cutting weight, this is a flyweight match. Is it kind of annoying a bit that you have to cut all this weight when we don't know what's happening with the division?
I mean, not really. Like, I was going in here prepared to fight at flyweight, going in with the weight cut in mind. So it is what it is, and I'm not really focused on the whole flyweight thing right now. Just focused on the fight that's in front of me right now.
Well, I will ask you
So
one question on it. Were you surprised when you heard the news of them potentially cutting the
I
division?
was.
Oh, you were? Okay.
I was surprised. We had, you know, we all had the feeling it was going to happen, but we didn't think it was going to happen like right now. Like especially after the champion change, with Cejudo getting the belt. Think I was thinking, it was going to mix up the bag a little bit. Things were going to start to take off, and it was rumored to get cut. So I have no idea what's going on. And now they're going to do Cejudo TJ. So we don't.
Yeah, which is so weird
It's
because
been
like
a
you think
it's
that
been a
fight
roller
would have been at
coaster.
35, right? So it's kind of odd, right? But
Yeah, it is really strange, and I really don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know. I just know I gotta go in there and take out Wilson Hayes.
yeah. But on that note, though, like, have you been told like you have to win this fight? Because we don't know what's happening with some fighters.
Oh,
Some fighters are like what's sort of the latest on that?
no, I haven't been told anything. I know as much as you do. Like, I pretty much wake up and I go on the MMA subreddit on Reddit and look to see if there's any news on the flyweights. And so far, like, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. And by the way, don't read the comments on Reddit because it can ruin your day sometimes. At least it does for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
But let's talk about Wilson Reis. This is another big opponent. I mean, one thing people have to look at with your resume is you fight really top-notch competition. It was Jussier Formiga the last fight. This fight, it's Reis, another former title challenger. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Yeah, I feel like yeah, it's gonna be very similar to my last match, but without the bad stuff happening. Because I've come in and made a lot of adjustments. To my ground game, stand up. I think Wilson's gonna be surprised when he fights me. So many changes. Like I feel like a completely different fighter. I feel so much stronger, so much faster. Just adjustments in my training schedule, like the timing of when I'm training, how I'm training just make me feel so much better. So I feel so much more rested during fight camp, but like improving, like my numbers, like I keep track of my heart rate and HRV and stuff like that, and all my numbers are up.
Great. And who implemented these changes? Like, was this a coach who made the suggestion, or was this you on your own? You're like, I got to identify the areas that need improvement.
It was me. It was me. Yeah, it was. I looked at everything. It was like, what can I make better? And this year, I really focused on little things like that, and just a little bit of strategy changes in my whole game.
Okay. And how about training camp? Has it been primarily the same in terms of bodies and the coaches and everything like that?
Yeah, I've been training with pretty much the same people, probably with more different people. I bounce around from gym to gym. There's no one-stop shop here in Brisbane, Australia. So I've got to go move around from place to place a lot. Like I go up to my coach's garage up north to train out of his garage for grappling and stuff, and I go down south into the city, train at my striking coach and stuff like that. And we've been putting in some good work, man. I don't know. Yeah, you've done interviews with Aaron Blackie, man. He's
That's right. Yeah, quite the talent, that kid.
a very talented guy. So I feel like I've got some of the best training partners I can have going into this fight.
That's great. And I hear Damian Brown might have some fight news soon, from what we're hearing.
Yeah, yeah. he's got some exciting news. I can't
I
can't
know.
say it.
We don't have to spill the beans on here. I'll be
Yeah,
keeping tabs on him for sure. But I mean, that's good, obviously, because Damien's another
yeah,
guy that I think didn't really get his fair shake in the UFC. Always brought exciting
he
fights.
didn't.
So
He
we'll
did. Yeah.
excited to see where he ends up. Now let me ask you this: living in Australia, do you celebrate American Thanksgiving? Because we just had that this weekend.
Um. Yeah. Nah. Yes and no. Like I wanted to, but I was pretty deep in my fight camp at
Right.
that
Yeah. The
time.
timing's not great, obviously. Yeah, with the
I
fight.
was peak week, so I kind of had to put that off hold. I have done it in the past, like cook up a big turkey, and do the whole Thanksgiving thing, and it's cool because like I get to show these Aussies, what American culture is like, and they're catching on to it. Like Halloween this past year was just huge, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, we can't do Halloween because it's too American," and stuff like that. People were complaining that Halloween was too American when it's actually an Irish holiday. It's funny, yeah, but
That's good.
yeah,
Look at you. You're not just fighting. You're trying to change trends and everything too. That's interesting.
yeah, I'm just trying, to
Doing your
mix
small
things.
part, right? So,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
just trying, yeah,
But
trying a little bit of.
the weight cuts must be going well. I mean, you're always in a good mood every time I interview you. But I imagine the cuts going well ahead of Saturday.
Yeah, cut's good, man. I'm way ahead of schedule. I got a new dietitian. He's associated with George Lockhart. So so his name's Jordan Sullivan. He's awesome. He actually lives here in Brisbane, so he flies back and forth to the States and stuff. Helps with fighters' cuts, and he's gonna be out at the he's gonna be out at in Adelaide cooking meals for me and stuff. So I pretty much have to just do one job, and that is to go out and fight.
How far away is Adelaide from you?
That's like two and a half hour flight.
Oh,
It's not
okay. Oh,
far.
so it is. Yeah, it's a decent flight then, I guess.
Yeah, it's decent, but I mean, it's nothing compared to like going
Exactly.
to.
Well, it's not like flying to the States or anything. Yeah, I didn't mean like that, obviously. But yeah, still, I figured it's not like you could ride your bike there, obviously, right? So you need
I
to
mean,
fly over.
good, but it took me a while.
Yeah, exactly. We'd be talking about a fight next year.
Yeah.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
So yeah, Damian Brown, he's gonna be in my corner. Steve Compton, he's my striking coach, and one of my other training partners, Grego Penaloza. And yeah, it's gonna be a happy crew of people going in to do a job.
And let's talk about that job. How is this fight playing out, do you think, on the first?
Oh man, it's gonna be very similar to my last fight. I feel like, with Jussier. Uh, I feel like they're both, Jussier and Wilson were both very similar. Brazilian, guns in the ground, and yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, he knows he's gonna want to try to take me down and stuff, and I'm gonna. I've made adjustments to stop that, and it's gonna be. He's gonna be surprised when I come out and fight him. So.
How many fights are left on your UFC contract? Do you know?
I've got 2 left on my contract.
Okay, good stuff. And obviously, we talked about it there with the division. I mean, have you even fought at bantamweight in your career? I'm trying to remember if you had fought in a heavier weight class.
I have, yeah. I actually fought in bantamweight most of my career, and fighting at flyweight has pretty much just been for the UFC. So I'm no stranger to the bantamweight division. So I feel like I'd be really fast, really strong, and really well fed
Yes,
in the
that's for
bantamweight
sure.
division.
Exactly. You wouldn't have to worry
Yeah.
about skipping Thanksgiving or anything like that. You didn't think we'd finish this interview without talking some video games, man. You got the headset on, you got the green screen in the background. Are you doing the
Yes.
Twitch thing? Is that why you have the background and everything?
I'm kind of experimenting with it. I'm getting involved into esports. There's this new league coming up called the E-Fighting League, and their focus is on getting celebrities and fighters, like actual fighters, to come in and play video games and compete on the digital platform. So I'm actually stated to fight uh, Mark Hunt.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to compete against him and beat his ass in the digital world.
What games do you guys play against each other?
So it'll be like fighting games mostly, like Street Fighter, Super Smash Brothers,
Hold
Tekken,
up. So you're playing like older games too, which when you say Street Fighter, are you talking the new one or are you talking like the old
the
school?
new one,
Oh, the
like
new
Street
one.
Fighter
Okay,
5.
gotcha.
Fighter 5, yeah. Super Fighter 5, Super Smash Brothers, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and they're going into different genres like Counter-Strike and stuff. So,
Oh, no way.
PUBG,
Okay,
yeah.
great. And any,
Yeah.
I'm sure. What about Quake and Doom? Well, I guess that doesn't really count as fighting, but yeah.
I mean, those type of games aren't really competitive. Like, there's not really a multiplayer aspect to that as much as the story. But yeah, it's more focused on like competitive games right now.
That's cool. And you like your chances against Mark Hunt. I mean, you didn't even, I didn't even have to ask. You just right
Nah,
out there said you're going to kill him. So obviously, you feel pretty good about it.
yeah, I'm gonna hand it to him. I love Mark Hunt, but he's
Yeah, no, it's
he's
it's
going.
it's just business, as I say, right? So that's
Yeah, it's
interesting. So
just
any because I'm a big retro gaming fan. Like, is there going to be any classic games in there? Or is it all just new stuff?
I think it's just gonna be all new stuff right now, and then who knows in the future. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Well, we'll look forward to that. But in the meantime, I'm looking forward to this card on Saturday. It is UFC Fight Night 142. Ben, always appreciate you taking the time, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at my handle at Ben10MMA. That's at Ben10MMA. So, and sponsors, Muscle Meals Direct. Thanks for supplying my meals for me for my fight camp. And yeah, Jordan Sullivan has been helping me program those meals. So he actually talks to Muscle Meals. It's a meal prep company. Tells them, hey, this is how much protein, vegetables, and carbs he needs. And Muscle Meals supplies those. So thank you both for that. Takes a whole load off me. I don't have to cook. I don't have to go out and get groceries and stuff. I just have to focus on one thing, and that's training and fighting.